Radio is the opportunity to connect, to capture attention of imaginations through sound. Familiar voices keeping us on top of what matters with local relevance and entertainment, and that's just on air.
What we've done differently is we've really tried to use the fact that it does have a powerful voice, but marry it to a 360 plan and not just by radio specific. And most recently we did it with Chris Brown and actually with Wrigley's. What we did was subtly in that song, the chorus says, double your pleasure, double your fun. What we wanted it to do was come across and sound like content. You're listening to radio, you're listening to music. And we wanted to still entertain the audience by playing a song that they knew was a song, but yet when it came across that way, it was very authentic in its message and it worked really well.
Clearly, today's consumer has a lot of choices. Internet, magazines, satellite radio, there's so much out there. And while all of these platforms are great, I'm here to tell you that they simply cannot offer what terrestrial radio continues to bring their listeners. And our listeners know it. That's why they continue to listen on a daily basis.
We're more than just terrestrial radio. We're true integrated media.
Most recently, Steve Harvey's been very helpful. Anytime I have something coming out, I'll call Steve up and he will give me, 5, 10, 15 minutes to let the people know what's happening. So it is still, very vital. People listen to it, and when you have something, you want to get the word out, don't hesitate at all to call.
We wanted to turn to a medium like radio where we could really expand the offering and leverage local DJs across every single market and got them to talk about it. All we gave them were themes of the week, whether it's entertainment, toys, decor, and let them go. We really gave the DJs free reign to endorse it from their own personality, and we thought it was a great idea because of the connection listeners have with their DJs. They tune in and listen to them because they like their personality, and those DJs have a love for the Target brand, and it really just made a 360 connection.
With Hennessy Artistry, we have a very specific experience that we want consumers to take part in with the brand. It's really the luxury brand, the experience that you want to present. It's very specific. We really use radio to help do that, really through our mobile community. So to build our own Hennessy mobile database, so we have a way to interact with consumers on a daily basis. And in doing that, we've seen amazing spikes in our mobile community, which is a key indicator for us. So it's really been an amazing medium to help drive people into the Hennessy lifestyle and brand experience.
I can't BS on the air anymore about certain things that I would use or not use. I find that if I'm really questionable about it, I say, well, I have to know more about it, because I think that what happens over that slow turn over 3 years, they begin to trust you.
I distinctly remember my first time hearing You Remind Me on the radio. I can't imagine what, for you, making the song and living the life you were living at the time, what that moment felt like for you.
I was on the West Side Highway. It came on the radio, and I didn't realize that I was on the radio. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, automatically I just stopped because I knew what that meant. And I knew that meant me taking my family and all of us from out of the projects and getting us out of there. So at that moment, I stopped. I was like, thank you so much, God.
But radio has been a part of the fabric of this city, right from the get-go, and it still is. But I think that radio's big hook has been and will remain that kind of local touch. You've got to be able to do that. How many spots can you get in advance on Eyewitness News? It's really very difficult. On the other hand, you could reach out to someone with the radio program, get the word out to a constituency that is really much more targeted. And I still believe that it has enormous juice. If you're in political life or public life, or you've got something to sell, if you don't do radio, then you're arrogant and self-defeating.
When we launched Virgin Radio in the UK in 1993, we faced multiple challenges. Virgin is still in radio with more than 24 million Virgin Radio listeners worldwide. So I'll end with this. It is now that entrepreneurs and dynamic companies can make a real impression. To be entrepreneurial is to have courage. And in keeping with today's theme of reinvigoration and reinvention in the face of tough times, remember this: the brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all.